I have no clue what I'm doing. Trying to do a live stream, but I have no idea what I'm doing. Hopefully the audio works. Um, yeah, let me look at my. Hello, hello, hello. Okay, well, I'm assuming it works. It says that it is. Looking extra crazy. Hello, Daily or D Lee and TBV Longhorn 12. How's it going? Hello, AKA. Okay, I'm just gonna say some girl 69. Okay, great. Good to hear the audio works. Hello, Nicole. This is my first live stream. I have no idea what I'm doing, and hopefully I'll be able to. No, air conditioner's not going to kick in, even though it's like 80 degrees here. But it's actually pretty comfortable in my house, so no complaints yet. Anyway, I don't know how many people are watching now. It looks like 11 people. Um, yeah, I just decided to get on live stream just to kind of see how it's going, and hopefully see if anyone had any questions for me or anything of that nature. Oklahoma. Yeah, that's a little too hot for me. Hello, my tube 777. Roommate is here. Um, but roommate is laying down. Everyone who's wondering who roommate is roommate is actually my dog. Um, so every time or in the past when I did a video, when I talked to roommate, it was actually my dog. So I think my dog actually photobombed one of my videos as well. So MyTube 777. That's a very good question. Um, it could be her grandma. So my MyTube 777. I have that's a very good question. I want to answer that question. I think I'm going to cover a little bit more about that question around the 12-hour and 45-minute mark of this live stream. Um, so you're probably going to have to wait another 12 hours and 40 minutes. But um, no, seriously though, I think that first of all, I want to go over some of my test results. Um, and I have them on my phone here. So I'm not going to show you my phone because I have some personal information on my phone here, and there's only so much that I can, so much information that I can release as well without feeling safe, Um, so here are some of my test results. Some of them are normal, some are maybe a little abnormal, but so let's see. This semester, For Shakespeare, I got an A. That's pretty normal, even though I didn't study at all. Um, Early world literature, I got a B plus. Um, that test was actually really hard. Had to handwrite 5 pages on some interesting subjects and whatnot. Let's see here. Environmental biology, I actually got a D. Didn't really like that class. The test was really hard too. So um, anyway, and then finally, one last test score here. Statistics, I got a C plus. So yes, I did pass the statistics class. The only thing that is abnormal, I guess, would probably be my environmental biology, but everything else shows up normal, and so I'm really concerned about that. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get my degree or not, but anyway, thank you. Yeah, I'm not quite sure how I would do with a live interview. Honestly, I got to be honest with you. I'm really uh I have anyway. So okay, first of all, I need to results in ethics. That's funny. Um, that's a good point. Sorry, I'm reading this. Do they state the average grade overall in the class so you can compare? Well, there's a curve. The grades, the test results were graded on a curve, and so with that curve, I'm assuming they were in the normal range, except for the environmental biology was out of the normal range. Okay, so um, a little low there. I may have to retake that class. So anyway, okay. Now I kind of want to get serious here. My results spackled. um, Go on a nature walk. That's funny. So I actually am going to be doing. Yeah, my teacher, my professor, he was like, "You should just drop out of college and get on welfare." So, but anyway, I appreciate everyone wanting to be a part of the Spackle Army. Like I said, I might have to think about that one. But so anyway, sorry about. I want to know how you got better so fast. Please tell me. It's it's so I took a concoction of some certain things. Uh, half left on. No, no, don't donate. Don't donate. You don't have to do that. Um, so I took a concoction of some chemical free stuff to get better, and basically it was, if I can remember correctly, it was tomato paste, some onions, mushrooms, black olives, flour, water. Uh, oh, wait a second. Wait a second. That's the ingredients for Pizza Hut Supreme Pizza. Sorry, everyone. Um. Anyway, tomato paste. We're cilantro. Um. Knew a guy named Cilantro. Um. He was a pretty cool dude. Anyway, Pizza cures fibro. Well, Meredith, that may be true, but I actually eat fibro for breakfast every morning too. So, anyway, cure your chronic diarrhea during your long live streams you never get up to. Well, have you heard of colostomy bags? I can't. I can't. Anyway, oh man, that hurt. That actually did hurt. Sorry, I was laughing. I got a, I got a cramp in my side. Oh my gosh. Anyway, I already went through my test results. Isabella, you missed them. I'm sorry. Um, yeah, you can always go back in the live stream after it gets posted and hear my test results. But the people that were here and the people that were here kind of at the beginning of the stream got to hear my test results. Some of them were in the normal range. There was one that was kind of out of range that I was probably I'm a little concerned about. But other than that, the test results were somewhat as expected. I did have a grandma um, that went to college that had a a really hard time with biology as well. So it's probably hereditary, and I'm not quite sure if I'm going to be able to pass that biology class or not. So. So I really do want to get serious now about some different things. This is not my. No, Isabel, you don't have to make a donation. Even though I do need $10,000, you don't have to make a donation at all. By the way, the video that EgoCast, I can't even talk. The video that EgoCast did was actually a very, I mean, that was actually hilarious. I mean, to be honest with you, that was completely unexpected, and it kind of blew things kind of out of proportion. Not out of proportion. It blew things up a little bigger than what I thought. So, roommate is actually laying down. I just took her outside to go to the bathroom, so she's laying down there. But anyway, seriously, I do want to get serious and talk about a few things as far as this channel and kind of the direction of this channel and whatnot. First of all, I put out my Kathy video or my Kathy video, and I had a lot of fun with that. Honestly, I actually, to be honest, the video is so short because I actually had quite a hard time kind of keeping it together during that video. So it was actually when I first turned on the camera and looked at myself, a lot of people probably didn't notice or didn't realize, but I had some flour around my nose to make it kind of look like I had actually just taken cocaine, and then I kind of went on with the video. Obviously, I was kind of acting like there was cocaine. I was rubbing it on my gums and whatnot. So, uh, anyway, it was actually a fun video to make. it was a fun video to make, and I think that it was. Sorry, I'm reading the chat too. So it was a very fun video to make, and I had a lot of fun with it and everything. And I'm glad everyone, if you were here, if you actually watched the video, I'm very, very glad that you did watch the video, and I definitely do appreciate your support. And the direction I'm going to take with this channel is I can't have it all be about joy, because then that would be obviously very, very repetitive. And I don't think that it will do my channel or myself justice, or even you as viewers justice, as far as if I keep doing um, joy parodies, which I mean they are funny, they are fun, but like I said, it gets repetitive, and then it would probably get a little boring. So, uh, you can you can reach out to my moderator. My moderator's name is Ty That Nerd. Um, he's pretty cool, and thank you, for the Moonchild. Thank you. Anyway, so basically, I want to make this a parody channel, so I'm going to be parodying other YouTubers. The next one that the next one that I have coming up, and I don't even know if I want to reveal this or not, but the next, that's true. It is kind of a joy parody channel, but I'm going to kind of transition, or try to transition it into. I'm going to keep the same name, but I'm going to transition it into um, a just a parody channel outright altogether. And the next parody that I'm going to be recording, I need to figure out how I'm going to record it. But has anyone ever heard of the YouTuber? His name, he calls himself Dame Drops. He does like food reviews. Um, thank you. Oh, thank you, Jasmine. Thank you. Um, I am not. I'm not a fan of. Are you at Meow Mix Mafia? Are you asking me if I'm a fan of Joy's? Is that your question? I've actually done a Shoe Nice parody before, to be honest with you. Um, yeah. I do have other channels around YouTube. So I am not a fan of Joy's at all. No way, shape, or form. I just see a lot of the hypocrisy, a lot of the lying, and I just think that she needs to kind of calm down with a lot of things. And anyway, so my next parody is going to be, well, okay. So Meow Mix Mafia. What would make the difference if I were a fan of Joy's? I mean, either way, I just don't. I just don't think that I'm not trying to hurt her, in any way, shape, or form. The reason I did my parodies, yeah, they are fun. They are for comedic value, and I think that um, it's just so easy to, for me anyway, it's easy to kind of act out her mannerisms, and um, just kind of act crazy and everything. So um, anyway, so the next parody video, I actually already have a pet. Has anyone heard of? There's a guy named Ted Barris as well. I actually already have a parody video of him on YouTube on another one of my channels. But I the next one for this channel is going to be a YouTuber named Dame Drops. I think he if you haven't heard of him, he does food reviews, and you should look him up. I think he spells his name Daym Drops. And so I'm going to be doing a parody of him. I need to figure out how I'm going to record it, because he does a lot of his reviews in a car, and so I need to figure that out. And so when I get to do that, instead of the name Dame Drops, I'm going to be calling myself Dame, or going to be calling myself Name Drops. So um, um, the other parodies, honestly, is I I don't I'm not too proud of them, to be honest with you. I also do have a comedy channel. I have a comedy channel as well, where I do for lack of a better term, redneck comedy. Not like Larry the Cable Guy or anything, any stuff like that. But I kind of talk about stories growing up, and a lot of it's true. Some of it is made up, but I do have a comedy channel as well, and then I also have another serious channel where I actually do product reviews. So I don't have. I'm going to be honest. I don't have as many subscribers on those other channels as what I do on this channel. But I think at the moment, I think that um, turning this channel into a parody channel, I think a lot of people would have fun with it. And I think I would have fun with it too, because I think I think I have a knack of being able to mimic other people and being able to being able to act how other people act. So I think that would be good for this channel. So does anybody have any like serious questions for me? And I do want to touch on um, a little bit about Joy, but if anybody has any questions, not regarding Joy, maybe about me or anything like that, um, I'd be definitely be happy to answer them if you wanted to know. Spackle 24/7. I could repair drywall 24/7. That would be awesome, wouldn't it? Um, yeah, I didn't think that Joy. So I watched actually. What state am I from? What state am I originally from, or what state do I live in now? Because I grew up in the Midwest, actually. Um, I lived in the Midwest for like 28 years of my life. Used to live in Iowa, actually, which is not very far from Kansas City, Missouri. We actually no, we actually used to call it misery because no, I won't dox myself. Don't worry. And now I live in the state of Oregon, so I'm on the west side, and the traffic is actually really bad now because of the solar eclipse coming up. So I'm not going to reveal what towns I live in, but um, we were. I am a Midwesterner, born and raised. Born and raised Midwesterner, and yeah, exactly. My Tube 777. There's a lot of. So I was watching, a lot of videos that Joy had done, and some live streams and whatnot, and I was talking about, she talks about how some people say a certain thing. Like one thing I remember specifically, being from the Midwest, calling everyone like cutie or honey or stuff like that. Um, that is definitely not something that I've ever heard anyone do. Um, Vincent Priceless. That's a good question, and I actually wanted to touch on that as well. Um, anyway, so yeah, I agree that she is definitely full of it, and there's a lot of there's and then she talks about coming from the Midwest and not seeing too many African American people or people of color, and I think I think I mean that's definitely a lie as well, because I mean I've actually been to Kansas City, and it's really a melting pot of many different cultures. So um, let's see. Have you had any hate for the Joy parody? Yeah, Moonchild. This video is not going to be very long. I'm actually going to talk about how long. I'm actually going to talk about how short this video actually is, in the 12th hour and 45-minute mark of this live stream. So, uh, so anyway, so the whole racial thing. So I really want to be, yeah, exactly, Vincent Priceless. So I mean, you've been to Kansas City, and even in Iowa, it's really, and I have respect for all races, religion, cultures, and I don't, I just don't see how anyone can really be, for lack of a better term, um, that close minded on things. Now, I will say that I don't know, and I don't really want to talk too much about it, but I don't. I think that she might be a little sheltered. Okay, I think that she might be a little sheltered because number one, she doesn't go out too often. Um, Obviously, she spends all her time on the internet, and I think that's really consuming her and really damaging her in a way that um, is not good for her. Now, I will say, um, in a little bit of Joy's defense, um, she might be a little depressed because I remember back in when I was in college, I my freshman year in college, I kind of dealt with a little bit of depression as well, and I really isolated myself in my room, and I didn't really do anything. And then um, when you do that, then you keep it just gets worse and worse, and then you really worry about the things that should you you worry about the things that really don't matter or are maybe small to other people, but they're big issues or big things to you. And I think her staying inside and sheltering herself on purpose is really damaging her and her mind as well. So I'm not, like I said, I'm not here to bash on her because I don't. I honestly do think that she really needs help, but I don't think she's getting the help that um, eh, and she may be getting help. I don't know, but I don't think she's getting the help that she needs to be getting. She thinks she's getting help for something that um, I don't know. I guess I don't know what I'm trying to say, but hopefully you kind of get what I'm getting at. So I wanted to talk about the apology video that she put out that I made a parody of. And thank you, Moonchild. I appreciate that. That actually was a very funny video. And yeah, exactly. My tube 777. She's and I will say I do know a lot of people that work in the medical field, and one thing that doctors one thing that doctors absolutely love, and I'm being really facetious, but one things that doctors really love to hear is you go in, you see a doctor, and then they give you all this advice, tell you to take some medicine, and then you don't go do it, or you know they're like, oh, you're like, oh, well, this doesn't work. And then the doctor's like, well, did you follow up on what I told you was supposed to do? Doctors really love to hear, no, I didn't. So, um, and I think that doctors really have the best interest in their patients. I mean, there are some bad doctors here or there, but for the most part, most of them have their patients' best interest in mind before before profit. So anyway, I wanted to talk about Joy's apology video for 1 second, and I was actually going to do a YouTube video about this, but then I'm like, well, I'm just going to do this. I'm going to do this on on the live stream. And I think her apology video obviously was terrible. And I think really what it should have been was, I think what it should have been, what her apology video should have been was, hey, everyone, I'm really sorry. I did make, I messed up. I made an extremely offensive joke that was very hurtful to some people and very, no such thing as I'm sorry. Yeah, right. um, so, she should have said that her joke was distasteful, it was hurtful, and she should have flat out said that it was an extremely racist joke. And she could have been like, I'm sorry if I offended anyone, and I'm also sorry that I'm talking about my health issues when I should really be keeping these issues to myself, because I realize a lot of people don't like to hear that content. And it's really, I realize how I come off on my health issues, and right now I'm going to take a break from YouTube, and I'm going to take a break from you now, all social media. You're not going to hear from me for a while. If you don't hear from me, then just know that I'm still okay. But I asked all my subscribers to, as we go through this time of me thinking about what I had done and thinking about how I can better myself on my channel, I really hope that you can forgive me. Please remain subscribed, and hopefully I will. Thank you, Emily M. And hopefully when I come back, my YouTube content will be something that everyone can appreciate. And that's all it should have been, But instead we had to go on a 20-minute rant on why people are stupid because they didn't get the joke, or, why they didn't, why they should not have been offended. So, yeah, I think it's really a touchy subject, because it's really a complicated. It's a different beast altogether, to say the least. And I think that trying to dissect all of the layers and everything about what was meant to be said, or what was said but what wasn't said, or whatever. It's just completely off the wall, honestly. And I think really for me is I really want to I just want to see a conclusion to all of this. I think that's really why I've kind of immersed myself into it. Vincent Priceless. That's true. That's true. And some people are reasonable. Some people are not reasonable. And regardless, I think that a well thought out and a well written apology goes a long ways. Taking responsibility for your actions. I know that doesn't happen, but taking responsibility for your actions, I think that that would go a long way for both her subscribers and the people who, and the haters too, honestly. And I think that Becca Steps, exactly. Yeah, that's I believe you are correct. She definitely is smarter than what she puts on. All this stuff claiming ignorance about how certain body parts work or about different subjects and whatnot. I think that is definitely. I think that is maybe someone trying to. Sorry about my camera moving. Maybe someone or maybe her trying to just maybe strike up a conversation. I think that, honestly, I kind of see her as a person in high school that maybe didn't get as much attention, and kind of had to say some shocking things or whatever to be able to talk to someone or have someone, talk with her to even be able to have friends. Um, Reading comments. I don't. Violet, yes, definitely manipulative. And another thing, I realize that some people, had left some comments in one of my videos about um, me, kind of backing off from her because I fell for whatever. And I'm going to tell you one thing. I know exactly what's going on. I know exactly what she's doing because, and I'm not going to get, this is all I'm going to say um, about this, about manipulating people. I don't want to get into much detail, but it is my day-to-day job in order to, if I think about it, I do manipulate people, for the good, though, for the good. It's not like I take advantage of people or anything. So what I'm trying to say is she's not manipulating me because I am levels above what she can handle as far as manipulation goes. Kit Skit, no, I am not a salesman, but I do have a background in sales, if that gives you any indication. I used to have a paper route back when I was like 12 years old. And it's funny because I started out on my paper route. So I come from a really small town, about 400 people. That's the population of the whole town. And when I started the paper out, there were only 75 people that were subscribers to the actual paper. And so, and this is, remember that I was like 12 years old when I was doing this. And as I just started knocking on doors. Now, granted, I knew, I grew up in the town, obviously, and a lot of people knew me as well, but salsa, man. Um, back in my heyday, toward the later years of actually delivering the paper, um, I was up to, I got up to 310 people, um, or 310 subscribers, I guess, to the newspaper out of a town of 400 people, and that's pretty good. So, as far as like manipulating people and selling things to people, I think I'm pretty good at it. I I've always, a lot of people maybe have not seen the movie, but it really holds true. The movie Boiler Room. When you try to, like when you're talking with someone on the phone or if you knock on someone's door, a sale is made either way. Either you sell them the product that you're trying to sell, or they sell you on why they don't want to buy the product. But no, I am not in sales anymore. But I still use some of those tactics in my day-to-day job, as far as that goes. And then I also am very good at um, recognizing body language, and I'm a pretty good judge of character as well. So, oh, do I think she will recover her channel? No, I do not. Um, if she keeps on the path that she keeps on going right now. I honestly do not think so. Um, Door-to-door sales sucks. I in college I was a telemarketer too for a month, and it was very terrible. It was absolutely terrible. But anyway, I think that yeah, I think that she if she keeps on the path that she's going down right now, I don't think that she's going to be able to resurrect. Now, I do think I will say this. I'm not, and I know this is probably blasphemous to some people, but I'm a very good I'm a very good I'm a very good-hearted person. Okay, so basically, gag order lifted. Yeah, the telemarketing job sucked. It's like eh, I did it for 2 weeks. I graduated from the training class like a week early. It was supposed to be a 2 week thing. Graduated a week early and then did the actual thing for 2 weeks, and I'm like, I can't do this. But anyway, she 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 I don't know, what was I even talking about. I have no idea what I was talking about. I was talking about oh yeah. So I'm a good natured person. I'm a good hearted person, and I think that so like I said, this is a little blasphemous on what I'm going to say, but I actually did reach out to her via private message because I don't think that yeah, brain fog. I don't think that she understands, kind of, her consequences and everything. And basically, I think that she needs to. I told her in the I told her in the actual message that I sent to her. I'm like, dude, you got to take a break. You got to take a break from YouTube. Don't say anything. I said, do not say anything. Take a break. You need to take at least a month off because, in my opinion, the internet world moves a little faster than the real world. And just take a month off. Don't say anything to anyone. And everyone, even the haters, the people, the fans, are going to be like, "What happened to Joy? What happened to her? What happened? What happened? What happened?" And then come back with a video. Don't even talk about the haters. Don't even talk about stuff that you would talk about in the past. And your channel, number one, the anticipation for that new video would be so great that it'd probably be the most views that you ever had on a video. And then number two, the the it would be a good time for her to revitalize her channel and her content as well. And I think that anyway, so she actually messaged me back, which I was surprised, and she said thanks for the advice. I'll take it into consideration. Well, obviously she didn't. So that was kind of another reason why I think that. Yeah, see you later. Half left, Don. So anyway, I think that you know, regardless, she's kind of in her own world, and I don't think she's going to take any advice from anyone. She thinks that she knows best, and that's fine. You have to kind of let it go. So that's another reason why I did another video, the King Athlete video, because I saw that she obviously she never left. She said she was going to be leaving YouTube. She never left. I mean, she did leave YouTube, but she was still active on other social media outlets as well. So, I already went over my test results. Meow Mix Mafia. Were you here for that? I mean, I think, and Emily, I agree 100%. You know, I wondered about this as well. Because she talks about her friends, you know, my friend this, my friend that, my friend this, and then other from her roommate that, who knows if this person exists, but I think that I think that all her friends are online friends, and even then, you know, they're not friends, which is sad, you know, and because you need human interaction other than online. You need people to actually touch you, you know, and it's it's terrible. Um, so you weren't here, Meow Mix, for my test results. I went over my test results. You can go back when the video um uploads. Yeah, I don't know if YouTube's a very good place to be asking for medical advice or advice for anything, to be honest with you, because especially medical advice. I mean, it's. I just don't think that the people that her fans at least, I just don't think they're smart enough to give good advice on things, especially medical advice. And I think it's I don't know. I instead of asking YouTube for medical advice, why not ask the doctor for medical advice? That's what the doctor is there for, you know. Or even, you know, ask a nurse. That's what they get paid to do, you know. I mean, it's kind of Repsion's video. I don't know anything about the video. I think that there's probably she does need new symptoms. I think that the new video, I'm not quite sure what's going to be any different. I mean, there's a lot of stuff about her out there. I just don't know if it's going to be any different from what has already been said. Now, if there is some new, you know, light shed on some certain things, then it'll definitely be groundbreaking. I'm definitely looking forward to it to see what he comes up with, but you know, I'm not holding my breath on anything either because, you know, eh, if you think about it, YouTube is all about views, all about clicks, and I think that, you know, that this could be kind of like a clickbaity thing where he'll get more views. So, um, I like Oregon. I came out here for vacation one time, and saw the beautiful scenery, the waterfalls, and everything, and it's I kind of fell in love with it. So I'm like, you know, I'd like to move out here someday, and finally, I had the opportunity to move out here and went for it. So it's definitely it, the economy, the Oregon's economy is definitely not. Oregon's economy is definitely not very good at the moment. So Emily M, she said she loves me. Is that what you're saying? Or she live with? Sorry, this is my first live stream, so I have no idea what I'm doing or anything. So I apologize if this is, you know, if this is boring to people and whatnot. But I figured that I would kind of jump on and see if they're. Oh, well, you know, I guess Joy loves me. There you go. So awesome. Maybe she can join the Spackle army. Come over to the good side, and aw, aw. Anyway, thank you. It's I try to do well. Thank you, Vincent Priceless. I appreciate that, and I, I appreciate everyone sticking with me and whatnot, and I just wanted to give my input on some things. And does anyone else have any other questions or anything for me? Um, I'm like 50 minutes in. This is way too long for me. Uh, you can ask me pretty much questions about anything. There are some things I will not answer though. So I'm going to be doing some. So Becca Steps, I'm going to be doing some parodies of other YouTubers, and I have one. I have one coming up next month or not next month, next week. Sorry, next week. I'm going to be doing one of another YouTuber called, I don't know, he goes by the name of Dame Drops. He does food reviews, and he films in his car. And I'm going to be doing one of him, uh, and I'm going to take over it's going to be on this channel, and I'm going to take the name. My name, instead of Dame Drops, it's going to be Name Drops. So I'll tell you how old I am. I'm actually 35, so there you go. Thank you, Emily. Has anyone so has anyone seen any of Dame Drops' videos? Okay. So if you know, you're like everyone. I can kind of give you a little bit of example of. Okay, MyTube. So you'll know what I'm talking about, but I'm gonna I'll do my little impression of what he does at the beginning. Yep, I'm gonna be like, yo, this your boy Name Drops, and it's time for another super official review. Can you dig a babe? And anyway, so I have a really good funny thing that I'm gonna be doing with that. Just basically kind of act like he does and whatnot. So, um, he's he's funny. I mean, and a lot of the stuff I'm gonna be doing is you're gonna think you're watching him, to be honest with you. So, and then I did a parody video of a guy named Ted Barris. He reviews hot peppers. That's actually on YouTube, and I actually did a Shoe Nice parody as well. Um, that's on another channel as well. So, well, thank you, Isabel. I appreciate that. Um, but I have, and then I was gonna do the Chocolate Rain guy. That was another thing I had planned as well. So the guy that sing Chocolate Rain. I don't even know how he sings, but it's just all in fun, It's not like I'm doing this for a career or whatnot. I probably, I mean, if I can monetize the videos, I will, but it's not like I depend on this for an income. So, but like I said, it's gonna be a parody of Dame Drops, and then a parody of the Chocolate Rain guy as well. So. Um, but yeah. Any other questions? I'm sorry. I'll quit rocking. Any other questions? Um, Usually when I get nervous, I start kind of moving around. I kind of start rocking in a rocking chair or whatnot. I'm really not. I have to be honest with everyone. I'm really a I'm really a very introverted person in real life. So uh, Noa or Noah, I guess I don't know how to say your name, but um, no, no one asked that question. I did not take acting classes. Never have. I don't have any acting background. I will say that, um, but every time we did like a school play, like in high school, I was always the lead character. There was also a funny story in college. Would have been my junior year in college. There was a a play going on, and the lead character in the play actually dropped out like 2 weeks before the play even happened or started. So the drama professor actually came up to me and he's like, "Hey, we had this our lead drop out. I don't know why he dropped out, and um, I heard you were good because I was actually taking one of his classes, the drama professor's classes. It was called oral interpretation, and so basically we had to take stories into the class or poems, whatever. There was like a different theme, and we had to. Thank you, MyTube 777. I appreciate it. Have a good day. So anyway, we had to take different poems and whatever. And we had to perform them in class as to how we interpreted them. Anyway, so he saw this. He thought I was good. So 2 weeks before the play started, I took on the lead role, memorized all the lines, and everyone had a good time. So I mean, it was something that I really had the honor of doing, but it was kind of difficult at the time because I was really nervous. But it seemed like when I got on a stage, I'm all the nerves go away because I'm not, for lack of better terms, I'm really not. When I get on a stage, I'm not me. I'm into the character, and so I kind of take it as how this character would be if they were in that situation. Hopefully that makes sense. I don't know. On YouTube, I watch Moonchild. I watch I watch LA Beast. I watch. I've been lately. I've been going on. There's a guy called Steve. He does MRE reviews. He reviews MREs, and there's also the Fail Army videos. I like those as well. Those are actually pretty funny. And yeah, and I do watch. I do have a couple of friends that have YouTube channels as well. That are smaller channels that I check out. So, well, thank you, Michael. I appreciate that, and I like I said, I have some ideas coming up for this channel that I hopefully everyone can can enjoy. So, Vincent Priceless, what's your favorite TV or Netflix show? I don't watch Netflix. I don't subscribe to Netflix. Favorite TV show that I absolutely have to watch. I have a couple. Family Guy and American Dad. And if you're talking about a serious show, I really like the like Chicago Fire and Chicago PD. And I used to like I used to like oh, Michael, okay, so you know what I'm talking about. Those are good videos. Trying to think of some other. I watch a lot of movies too. I'm very big into horror films. I do like my favorite movies are Halloween and Halloween 2, the original ones that came out in the 70s. And Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the original ones. One came out in 74, and Yeah, so more old school horror, and I'm actually trying to work on a script for a horror movie as well because I do a lot of writing. I write short stories and poems. I do have some poetry that has been published as well. So, and I do have some. Yeah, the original Halloween's the best. I actually have that my favorite all time horror movie is actually two movies. It's Halloween and Halloween Two, since they actually um, succeed each other. So the so yeah, I also I write like lyrics, rap lyrics. So like that Harvard chickie, she came out with that joy rap. I thought about writing one myself, but then I'm like, well, that's just not me. I kind of like to write about some other stuff. So yeah, let's get on the tray. I thought about doing a parody of him too because he's really good. So yeah, like let's get this out on the tray. Nice, but then the way he describes the food is just awesome. So any other questions? I am drinking root beer, by the way. So I don't really like the newer horror movies because the storylines really suck. So that's why I'm trying to write my own, and my script kind of has some true elements to it as well. And I think that it would kind of shock some people as well. And I also do know some movie directors and actors in the industry, so hopefully I can shop it around and see what happens. But regardless, I can just shoot it myself as well. So, uh, um, Moonchild. I think. Have you ever seen Carrie? The movie Carrie. I think that she would be excellent as Carrie's mother. And if you've seen that movie, you know what I'm talking about. A lot of the remakes are a lot of the remakes suck, but obviously it's coming out. It is being remade, and I think that I don't know. That one's got me scared, honestly. I don't know if it's going to be a very good one or not. I will check it out, but it's I don't know if it's going to be good. Jigsaw's coming out as well. What is that, like the seventh Saw movie? That one actually looks pretty good. I think I think I'm looking forward to that one. Rosemary's Baby is a good one. Um, I kind of like the storylines as well. I haven't seen the first Annabelle, so I don't know anything about that one. I will say this, and I will say this with confidence: all the Paranormal Activity videos suck. I'm sorry if you like them, but all of them are absolutely terrible. None of them got me at all. One newer horror movie that really kind of got to me was actually the first Sinister, and that was actually really good in my opinion. Um, I think that the videos and how they actually kind of how they actually they come up with some really creative ways, I guess, as to how. Okay, I don't want to give up too much then, but Sinister is actually a good one if you have not seen it. The first one has Ethan Hawke in it. Second one's not too bad, but the first one was better. The original Omen is awesome. Um, The remake of The Omen isn't bad either, to be honest with you. I know I said remakes suck, but the remake is actually pretty respectable. The remake of the Amityville Horror is actually really good. Ryan Reynolds did an excellent job in that movie. Um, kids movie. Are you talking about Coraline? Um, I think it's Coraline. I thought it was Caroline at first, but it's Coraline. I actually know some people who work for that production company who made that movie. So something to brag about, I guess. But thank you, SL16. Um, but yeah, I'd seen Coraline as well. That one's actually an interesting movie. It's kind of almost kind of like a Tim Burton esque type feel to it, but there are some foreign horror movies that I like as well. Um, Neil Gaiman, I don't know. The only thing I know about him is I read American Gods. I read that one time, and I know he has other books out as well. But um, American Gods was actually a really good book by Neil Gaiman. Um, I had to read it for a class actually. That's the only reason why I read it. So I was taking a Celtic literature class, which was stupid. But The Haunting in Connecticut. I believe I've seen that. I don't remember it too much, but yes, American Gods is going to be turned into a TV show. Yes, I think I've seen a trailer for that actually. To be honest with you, if they haven't. As far as authors go, I like Stephen King. Obviously, I like Dean Koontz. I also like Dan Brown as well. Are you talking about Hostel, Becca? Maybe Becca Steps, I guess, is your name. Maybe not. There's a Hostel. I don't know if that was set in the UK or not. Is that the movie you're talking about? Okay. I've never seen The White Ribbon. There is a movie. It comes out of Norway called Next Door, and it came out in like 2005, 2006. If you haven't seen that, I would definitely check that out. Called Next Door, and it'll just throw you for a loop. It's pretty violent though. I mean, some parts are really uncomfortable. It's only 70 minutes long, but don't turn it off. It's. And then there's another Japanese movie called Gurozuka, which is actually pretty good as well. So, um, anybody had any other questions for me? Or sorry, like I said, this is my first stream, like I said, and I'm trying the best I can here, and I'm not quite sure what I'm doing. I'm just kind of responding to the chat. So, um, I like the early American silent films, silent horror films. Yeah, I'm kind of just bantering as well. Kind of giving everyone else a chance to maybe get to know me and kind of like my motivation and everything, my background and whatnot. So I do have I do have a college degree, by the way, if anyone cares. Um, I actually have two bachelor's degrees. Um, so yeah, Nosferatu is good. Dracula's good, obviously. The Wolfman, Frankenstein. All those classics are definitely excellent. Um, And of course, there's there's one that I saw on like Turner Classic Movie Channel. It's not an American movie, but it's called The Phantom Carriage, and I'm not quite sure what country that comes from, but that was pretty. That threw me for a loop as well. So, any tips for college? Well, it kind of depends because are you actually moving to a different town for college, or are you staying close to home? Because that would depend on my advice. Michael, my major. So my I have two bachelor's degrees. One of them is in journalism, and the other one is in technical communications. And I originally I wanted to get my bachelor's in English, but then I got kind of sick of it and decided to pick up the technical communications because that was a lot easier. So, and I also have a an associate's in network administration, but I'm not even using that now. So, um, Moonchild, I would say that um, the best advice would be to take as many classes as you can with a community college that will transfer. If you want to get a 4 year degree, take as many classes at a community college because it will be a lot cheaper if you do that. Um, I kind of wish I would have done that at first, but I didn't, and I'm still paying student loans. I actually have two bachelor's degrees, and one's in journalism and technical communications, and I also have an associate's in network administration. And I did do a little bit of writing for a newspaper as well. I also have I write reviews. I write music reviews online um, as well. So I'm published online. Okay, so Moonchild, you're doing the right thing then. Yeah, like I said, just make sure the classes actually transfer to a 4 year if you do plan on getting a 4 year degree. Otherwise, um, if you want to get an associate's, then obviously you're at the right place. So, but it's definitely a lot cheaper taking as many community college classes. And yeah, obviously scholarships apply for those as well. Get good grades. Don't do like I did. Uh, I I got to be honest with you. I bought all these books for college, and I did this. I made the mistake of not studying. Um, because if I look back and I think what what could I have done if I would have actually studied for college, and then I didn't, and I just wish I would have because it was interesting. I will say I did fail out of my freshman year, and so I had to kind of dig myself out of a hole and had to take 21 credit hours every semester after that. So, but after I did that, I got made the dean's list once and then the president's list after that for the last 3 years. So, one bit of advice that is actually extremely helpful, which is priceless, honestly, is get to know your professors. Yeah, get to know your professors on a personal level. That's really what helped me get through college was getting to know my professors on a personal level because if you know them and are honest with them and open with them, then they will be more than willing to let a lot of stuff slide. And so don't be afraid to get to know your professors, and because remember, your professors or your teachers are humans too. Okay, even though they are there to teach you, at the end of the day, you know they and who knows, maybe one of them will take you under their wing and help guide you through college as well. That's what I had. That's what I had going through my 4 year degree. One I had one professor kind of take me under his wing, and he was kind of like a father away from home. So, um, yeah, definitely ask for help. Definitely tell them that you're not understanding the material. Um, if you show effort, they will more than likely pass you. Don't go in all arrogant and thinking you know everything, because that could get you in trouble. I mean, just look at how Joy is doing right now. She's arrogant and she thinks she knows everything. So, any other questions? I do have a couple of more minutes, and I have about 3 minutes, and I'm gonna probably end this stream. So, and I definitely appreciate everyone tuning in and watching over it or watching my first stream. I can't even talk. I'm definitely. I'll probably do some more of these in the future. It kind of depends on the response I get. I guess. I mean, I know some people are probably gonna, you know, thumbs down me and probably gonna hate on me and whatever. It is not raining. It's actually sunny and 81 degrees now. But I think, like I said, I know I'm probably gonna have some negative comments, but at the end of the day, I don't care. I don't use YouTube as a justification for happiness in life. Becca steps, whatever. Hey, it's fine. I'm not. It doesn't affect me at all. It's not. Like I said, I don't depend on likes or dislikes to validate me or my happiness in life. I already have enough going on outside of YouTube and enough friends and family and whatever to even worry about this. So thank you, Vincent Priceless. I appreciate that. Um, I know I'm saying a lot of ums and uhs as well. I'm just not a very good conversationalist. Like I said, I'm very introverted when it comes to real life. So, anybody have any other questions for me? Is Joy still on live stream? Not that it matters, but I was just curious. I One of the main reasons that I did the parody videos of Joy was to the re- show the ridiculousness of the situations that she presents. Kind of like a mirror image that maybe she's kind of watching herself on video to show. And I do exaggerate a lot of things as well, but of course she does too. But I kind of exaggerate. I kind of exaggerate things that she's doing because it's really for other people to see just how off the wall it really is. The whole situation is. Um, But yeah, I don't know. It it might be a while if I before I do make another Joy video. If I do, I do. But I mean, there'd have to be something just completely, screwed up or completely just off the wall where I would make another video, honestly, because like I said at the beginning of the stream, it's really repetitive. I mean, all of it is really repetitive, and it's really getting old as well. And I just don't want to repeat things on my channel because then people will be like, "Oh, here we go. There's another video of this," And that's why I kind of want to expand it to other YouTubers doing a parody of them. So hopefully everyone understands that. I might pull off my other. I might pull my other. I might pull my other. Exactly. There's things that she does over and over, and I honestly don't have the mental capacity to do that. Not that I can't, I can, but I just don't have the mental capacity to do that because honestly, I would start hating my channel if I did that and myself. So, um, but I'm thinking about pulling the other parodies that I did on my other channels and throwing them on this channel so everyone else can see those as well. But like I said, the other parodies I'm not too happy about. I mean, I'm really a perfectionist, and although I did the Joy videos, the Joy parodies in one take, I think that you know I'm just really a perfectionist, and I'm not really happy with the other ones. But yeah, definitely, if something major comes up with her, I will definitely revisit the topic. But in the meantime, there will be definitely some good content for everyone to enjoy as well. So. Stephanie, no, I'm not trying to parody Joy at all. I did go over my test results though at the beginning of the of this stream. You can go back and check out my test results. Other people that were here saw my test results, or at least heard my test results. So yeah, I don't watch her videos anymore either. I just saw that that Kathy video was one of the videos. I saw one of that Kathy video was on. It was like her introduction video on her channel, and I'm like, wow, this is really off the wall. So I'm like, I got to try to parody this, and I think that that's why I parodied that video because it was just completely off the wall, and I wanted to try it, and I knew I could try to at least make it a little comedic for everyone. So, yeah, I'm gonna be trying to post this stream, for everyone to see. Can you say Kathy for us? You're talking about Kathy. Talking about Kathy. But then I realized I was saying it wrong anyway. I was just trying to exaggerate it, by doing like the motions and everything. But then I realized, like, in the video, she wasn't saying it the way I was saying it. She was saying, like, what the fuck is a Hanley? And I'm like, either way, at least people got a little bit of a chuckle out of it, so. But, but, and then a lot of people, like I said, didn't notice the flour I put on my nose, to make it look like I had done cocaine right before the video, but that was I was just laughing at myself when I saw myself on the camera about that. So when I did that, I had a hard time keeping it together during the video. That's why it was so short. So anyway, I am, unless if anyone else has any other questions, I'm going to Actually, you can send me an email. I have an email. If anybody wants to send me an email to talk about random stuff. I'm not going to reveal any personal stuff in the email, or whatever. You can ask me questions, or whatever. But my email is. I'll actually write it down here. There you go. joyspacklesb@gmail.com. So if anybody wants to email me, you can. You can join the Spackle Army, and we can go repair drywall. I thought that was hilarious too. I'm sorry, but anyway, thank you very much for watching. I really hope everyone enjoys their Friday. I hope everyone's had a good day up until this point. And if I ruined it, I'm sorry. But either way, thank you very much for watching. And until next time, I will post this. I may actually delete this as well after a couple of days. So if you wanted to watch it again, you can go back, and I'll keep it up for probably 4 or 5 days. But otherwise, I'm really not proud of this stream, but whatever. We all kind of had fun. So thank you all. Thank you, and definitely thank you. I will be making more videos. Thank you very much for the support. First of all, I know I can say with 100% certainty that Joy does not appreciate her subscribers or her fans. Just know that I definitely do appreciate every single one of you and your support. And just in the future, if there's any feedback you want to give me as well, definitely let me know. And yeah, so thank you very much. Have a good day, and I will. Until next time. Peace out.